yeah, our alternate to cereal crops is canola and sunflowers. As I said, I think we did all sunflowers this year. So I think I'll put the wrapper in front of the tedder. So we don't need either of those until fall now. I was doing the right thing, just not turning. I either wanted to go forward or turn the wheel. I ended up doing both. Captain Zank, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, today is an early stream, start and finish. Because we have a lot of stuff to do and some of it's time of day critical. So I'm looking to end the stream sometime within the next half hour. Okay, drop that. Yay. And I'm stuck on the thing. Okay, turn the collision back on. So, how's your Saturday? We actually have, this Saturday is absolutely no kids, which is why we have a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Not that. I need to drop that. There we go. Yeah, we've got to go to the bank in the next town over. We've got to go to Costco and cancel our account because we now live more miles than it's really convenient to have a Costco membership for. Even with the price of gas, it would use about 4 gallons of gas getting there in the SUV, so no savings. And then Mrs. Osa needs to give some blood for testing, so there's that. So lots of stuff. Okay, now let's see if I can maneuver this into that shed. As I said, both these pieces of equipment would work in the other shed. I think there's just a little bit. Let's turn the wheel that way. More space to turn tractors around here. Yeah. I don't know. This tractor, not. Yeet. Not an easy thing to maneuver because of the frame size. Maybe I should have kept the Lindner out. But we will try it with this. Not gonna quite fit. And a that way to get it started. And crash the tractor into the front. Yeah. Nice. A little bit further. So that's fine just where it is, I think. There's definitely considering probably losing this tractor and the Lindner over the coming year. I want a telehandler to work in the yard, which is fine. But this is only 165 horsepower tractor, so I kind of want something in the low to mid 200s. So we may be replacing these two, one with a telehandler, one with possibly the JCB Fast Track with a front loader. Just so we can still go shopping at the store with it. And then maybe getting ourselves another big tractor or bigger tractor as well. That's the problem I now have. I'm going to do some tractor swapping now. Oh, actually, we've got the mower to pull down from the top there. Now, I think one of the quirks of crop destruction here is because we have this fully grown part of the field. This field counts as fully grown. So driving over the field is not destructing this part of the crop, which technically could be taken back a growth stage. But I think because it's a growth stage down from the fully grown part of the field, you can't destroy the crop any further. This thing kind of needs washed, so do that next. Jump out here. Also need to go and check on the hay, see if that's dried out. That's all clean. That's all pretty. And swoosh. That's all clean. Okay. And the dog's not around to spray, so never mind. Let's feed the dog. There you go, wherever you are. And we'll jump back in here. Dog's doing his kibbles and bits, so that's fine. Let's and the main reason that this shed is more convenient for grass cutting equipment than the other one is its height. I don't think you can get these rear folded mowers into that smaller shed. So that's why the seed is where it is. Oh, come on, Tam. This big tractor not having fun here. Woops. Did look fine. Now it's crazy. Let's back that up and drop it. Yes. Should probably lift that front one up so it's not dragging on the ground. So I'm probably going to end up with the baler in there. Of that shed is not the greatest though. And that's really bad. Do not reverse in a straight line because we will get stuck. Okay. So we'll just scrape the edge of the mower along that outside wall. Or not. So, and again, similar problem I was having with the Fendt. We just got large frame tractor without much turn radius. But look at that. Let's move that in there. And I think we are done with the Challenger until harvest season. Of course, I said that last time, and well, maybe not. So put that away. Stop that. Okay. Oh well, that came up next, huh? So I'll run this down. I'm going to switch the class and the baler. Or the class onto the baler. Just because the horsepower on the case is a little bit shy. Oh, and you know what? Okay, engine on. Oh, this one's got a weight on too. That's interesting. I might want to go back to field 3 and see if we can scoop up another 130, 160 litres, 150 litres of grass. That's a pain because the wrapper is put away. But the thing is the next bale I produce is going to be grass. And since the next field I want to bale is hay, I really, really don't want grass bale produced at that point. Okay, that's good enough. We will, I think, turn that off, lift that up, take this back to the yard. And I think what I can do is then I'll reset the baler so that I end up with a thing. I'll turn super strength on and do a little bit of shenanigans here. Baler's off, so unload it. Turn that off, exit. So, poor man's bale emptying is achieved as follows. Reset, yes, okay. And now, if I run over here, the baler should be empty. Oh, and all closed up and ready to go. Nice. So doing that is basically the poor man's bale cleaner. There is a mod that does it these days, but for right now, we now have an empty baler. Yay. Gonna grab the case. Engine, drive. Go drive. Now see, this is why I need a couple more tractors this summer, is because we can get in here no trouble. Hitch up. Unfold, move forwards, just slightly, jump out, and we'll go strongman mode, man, strong, go, pick up, plop that in there. Get back in the case. Gonna have to get in and out of this a couple of times. Zoot. Drop that. Get out. Run around. Grab the bale. Drag it out. Put it there. Back in the tractor. And fold. Yes. Turn off super strength while we're here. Okay. Now I can put that down. Now the reason this has a weight on the front is I was using it for plough. I think I was using both of these tractors for ploughing when I was doing the setup. So just makes things a little bit easier. They've both got wheel weights and wide tyres, just so we don't suffer from that one. So that we don't have problems with the whole traction thing. Okay, that's one bale. Enough room for 4 more. I probably need to fold that up. Please. Thank you. Of course, we have more than 4 bales in this top field. We've actually got 13, so I'll grab 4 of them. Well, I'll just run into the fence post because that's what's so funny. Again, struggling, but oh, that's not too bad. Okay. At least now I don't have to worry about leftover grass bales that are going to end up. Yeah, grass bales now. I don't want to produce any right this minute because everything else we're producing is hay, and I would have to get out the wrapper when I finish that bale off, and that bale is not going to be finished. Kind of expecting tomorrow, game day, but still only 3:48, 42, so there is time left. Alrighty. So those are all ready to go down to the BGA. And the plan here is to move all of the excess bales down to the BGA. The bales in that lower storage yard we're going to keep, and I'm going to have to sort through them to figure out what's clover, what's grass. That's the class, and that's me here. And this is not hay. Okay then. Now I could do a swap. Take the... oh no, I'm not going to. Take another quick look at windrowers. Horsepower 50, 35, 75, 110, 140. So we could get the merge. Don't have the money for that. Actually, we're very short on money. The best we can do is something like that. 75 horsepower, 9.3, 8.5. Cheap. Not quite so cheap. That's 5.9, 50 horse. Still cheap. That we have the money for. 12.5. 110 horsepower. So those are all things, pretty much all of those. That has the better width, but too much. So pretty much any of those the Fendt can haul, because it's only got 165 horsepower, so it's not as usable as I'd like it to be as Eric Farm is expanding. So I might have that running down to the store to get a windrower. Actually, what I could do is put the bucket on the front of it. Where did I put the bucket? Where did I put the bucket? Huh. Mysterious. I put the bucket over here. That would be no. Oh, I know where the bucket is. Dry goods area. So I did move all the sheep wool out of the way. Yay. So the bucket's here with clover in it. Yep. So clover bale, clover loose, outside. We've got clover in the truck, so that's under shelter. And I have loose clover in this shed at the back there. So we can monitor these for losses in volume. If I can remember how much I put in each of them. I think the truck and the shovel have about 1,000. But what I was thinking was I can take the bucket with me. Oh, yeah, I can empty out the bucket temporarily. We could take the bucket with us, go get the windrower and park it up where the sprayer is. And then when this changes colour, I can keep scooping up and laying it back down again until it says this is clover hay. And then I can bring the then I can windrow it immediately because I'll have the windrower here, and then bring the baler over. But that'll be a later thing, obviously, probably next week. So nitrogen on here is still too high. Oh, we are going to have to spray our 2 grass fields as well, and that's going to be horrendous. But I don't have... Do I have a slurry spreader? I think I do. I don't have one of those. I have one of those. 15,780 litres. So we've got one of those somewhere on the farm. I just don't think we've created enough digestate down at the BGA to warrant it. So we are going to have to use liquid fertiliser. That is going to be expensive because we're going to be dumping a lot considering how much the nitrogen was depleted after one grass thing. The other option is I could use the spreader. Right over here. See, I've got one bay in there, and one bay over here, so I can store some longer equipment in those, like the bale collection wagon. We got this thing, and I've still got some solid fertilizer, so I could... You can't use this up on growing crops because it even if you put narrow tyres on the tractor, it's got wides on that, so it's always going to destroy the crop. But on freshly mown grass, and well, don't need to do the freshly mown clover because it's still too high on the nitrogen. But freshly mown grass, we could run around with that thing and spread those fields in no time. Dog, you ate all your biscuits. But anyway, right now I need to go and get ready to go out. As I said, we've got a lot of things we need to do. Some need to be done before midday, and they're half an hour away from us. So we're going to call it at this point. We'll be back next week on Oakfield Farm with kids. So noises in the background, but we'll be back here. I'll try and get the bales moved down to the BGA so that doesn't have to happen. I'll buy a tedder. No, I'll buy a windrower and grab that with the fence, and we'll drive that down to the field over there somewhere and bring the sprayer back. And I'll use one of the tractors to spread both the grass fields. I might wait till next week to do that. Air temperature 71 degrees. That's a good start. Weather. Still fair drying temperature. So we're up to top temperature for the day. So hopefully that's drying fast. 79 degrees I'm guessing is going to be better, but after midnight it's going to start decaying. So we want that to become hay fast. At least I assume it's going to start decaying. I don't know. I've never done clover. So we're going to find out all about clover over the next coming sessions. But for right now, thank you for watching. And sadly, I am out of here. Have fun, everybody.